getting ready to go start month-long grocery shopping, and I'm doing stuff a little bit different this month. The kids are gone right now. I'm home by myself, and so I'm actually going to go to Meijer by myself and grab those couple of things that Aldi and Sam's Club just don't have. And normally I would do all 3 stores in one day, but the Meijer that I like to go to is not anywhere near those other 2 stores. So I'm going to take advantage of this, just have a little shopping trip by myself, and then in 2 days I'm going to go to Sam's and Aldi and get the rest of the stuff that we need for the month. So when I get back, I'll show you what I got. I'm back from Meijer, and boy, that was a trip. It was pouring down rain, so all of my stuff is soaking wet. The cardboard is all gross and soggy, but let me show you what I got. My goal for this trip was right around $100, and I actually spent $136.70, but I had a couple of kid clothing items on there that won't come out of my grocery budget. So I think I was just slightly over $100, and this doesn't really look like a whole lot of stuff. But I would call this kind of stuff luxury items. This is the stuff I can't get at Aldi or Sam's that they just don't carry. I've talked about this before. This is flavored water that is sweetened with stevia, and it's totally clear, no dyes, and the flavors are all natural. So I got the root beer kind and the cream soda, which are 2 of my favorites. This produce I just got to last us 2 more days because we're like totally out of produce. So some little apples for the kids, broccoli, lettuce. Aldi does not have buttermilk for some reason, so I always have to get my buttermilk someplace else. And I use this to make homemade ranch dressing. Q-tips, of course. I've tried the off-brand and I think they're yucky. So I only buy Q-tips. But if you like an off-brand, tell me what it is, because I've not found one that I like yet. I think everybody's pretty particular about their toilet paper. Sam's used to have this brand, but they quit carrying it. And so for 30 rolls, this was 20 bucks. And this will last a long time, but can't get that at Aldi or Sam's anymore. These are the kids' juice boxes for their lunch. They're the Roaring Waters kind. They're sweetened with stevia, so they do not have a lot of sugar in them. This is a total splurge item. I had gotten the kids frozen soft pretzels last month, and they really like them with nacho cheese sauce, and so these are some little individual packs of nacho cheese sauce, so I thought that might be a fun treat for them. Now, this cottage cheese and cream cheese. So when you're doing Trim Healthy Mama, every carb counts. And for some reason, some of the off-brands, Aldi included, the carb count is higher than some of the name brands. And so I got 2 of these Philadelphia cream cheeses because the carb count was lower. Same thing with this 1%. This Michigan brand is actually the lowest carb one that I found. So that's why I got those. If you're not concerned about the carb count, the Aldi cream cheese and cottage cheese are delicious. Some vitamin D, I should talk about this. If I have not told you that this is the best mascara ever. Totally the best mascara ever. It stays put. It's not waterproof, which I don't like waterproof mascara. One side is a primer and the other side is the mascara, and it's $10, but it is awesome. I love it. This is for some Trim Healthy Mama baking I'm gonna do, and Aldi does not carry this baking bar. They might, like, on a special buy once in a while, like around the holidays, but I haven't seen it, I don't think ever. This is chips for myself. They're not the blue corn tortilla ones, which are the ones that are Trim Healthy Mama approved, but they are baked. So I got those for a treat for myself. This is the kind of salt that we use, and Aldi does not carry kosher salt. Nor do they carry red wine vinegar for some reason. Nor do they have diced green chilies. I have seen them once in a great while, but I've not seen them in a really long time. So I need those for a recipe. This is our favorite Caesar dressing, and Walmart, regular grocery stores have it, but Walmart and Meijer carry it. And then Tostitos, of course, which are the kids' favorite, and these This party size was actually on sale, so I got 3 of them. Otherwise, I would have only gotten 2 for the month. But they like those kind. The Aldi kind are perfectly fine. They just prefer these. And when I have room in the grocery budget, I like to get the kind that they like. So just over $100 for this stuff. And then I will go to Aldi and Sam's Club in a couple of days. I just finished at Sam's Club, and I have to tell you, I'm not too happy. Some of my favorite things I like to get at Sam's Club were the prices were significantly up. So I crossed some of those off of my list at Sam's, and I'm gonna try to get them at Aldi. You don't get as big of a quantity, but like I like real vanilla when I bake. It was $20 for, I mean, a bigger jug than, you know, a bigger container than you would get at Aldi, but $20. So I'm just gonna get 1 or 2, because Aldi does have pure vanilla, not the imitation. And so I'm just gonna kind of make some substitutions like that, because I was not very happy. I don't know what's going on, and nothing was on sale. So I don't know if I just caught it on a bad week, but I don't think I've ever had a time in Sam's where something was not on sale. So kind of disappointing, but now it is time for Aldi. Let me show you what I got from Sam's Club. I spent $134.54, and my goal was right around $100, but I had about $32 worth of clothing items that come from a different budget. So I'm pretty much right on track. And kind of like I mentioned, not too happy with some of the prices. So you let me down this time, Sam's Club. But let me show you what I got. Here are the clothing items. So Journey no longer has recess, which is super sad to me. So she kind of has a regular winter coat this year, and these are kind of thin but warm gloves, and I thought she could keep those in her pocket. Just like I do, going in and out of the cold car and that kind of thing. Here are some, like, I think these are technically called joggers. I don't know, like track pants for Jericho. He's really adverse to jeans right now because all he wants to do is play basketball. So those were $10, these were $10. Then I got myself some really cushy, longer cold weather socks, because I am looking forward to snowshoeing season. So that's coming up. And I've been wearing Jason's socks. So got myself some socks. Here are some little mandarin oranges. These I think were like $7 or $8, which it is a huge bag, but that is more than I usually pay for them, but the kids really wanted them this time. So I only use this on the toilet, so it's the only place I use it. And then occasionally, like if we have the flu or something, I'll do the doorknobs and such. Otherwise, I use all Norwex cleaning supplies. And so that'll last us probably, gosh, at least 6 months, maybe a year. So that I don't buy very often. Here are those low-carb tortillas I was talking about that Jason and I like. So this is like $5, which is way cheaper than Meijer or Walmart. Here's our cheese for the month, and this is what I shred up because I don't like pre-shredded cheese. It has some weird coating on it that I don't like. 1 box of Cheez-Its. Jericho loves these things, but when they're gone, they're gone. And they're usually gone within 2 weeks, and then he complains for the rest of the month. String cheese, those are good for lunches. I love them when I'm following Trim Healthy Mama. They're a good little snack. This is probably a weird ingredient to some people, but I really like canned chicken. I like it for a quick lunch. I mix it with mayonnaise and pecans and thinly sliced celery and kind of make like a chicken salad and just eat it. I either have it in a wrap or I'll have it in a lettuce wrap, but delicious. Here's one of the things that I was not happy about the price. So sometimes I can get these for like $15, and there's 15 of them in there, which whenever I find it for like $1 a bottle, that's really good. These were 19 something, so $20 a box, which is absolutely ridiculous. But both Jason and I are following Trim Healthy Mama very strictly this month, and he does not like to drink water as much as I do, so he really likes these. So that's pretty much his box, and he doesn't like the coconut, which is a bonus because I really like it. So nobody will touch those, and they will be all mine. Now I will show you what I got at Meijer. Just kidding, I will show you what I got at Aldi. That's where I went next. I spent $175.30 at Aldi, which is fantastic for how much I got. So I'll just go down the table here. I got eggs, this frozen rice cauliflower that I love for some Trim Healthy Mama recipes. These green beans I love. You just dump them in a steamer basket and steam them for 15 minutes, and they're awesome for a side dish. Some various sliced cheeses for sandwiches and such. This I'm really excited about. Costa Rican terrazzo, however you say that, is my absolute favorite coffee. And so when I saw this, I actually had my regular old plain coffee and I swapped it out. So if this is good, I will be going and buying a few packs because I know this is a seasonal thing and it's not gonna stay around, which Aldi has awesome seasonal stuff, but when you fall in love with something and then they don't have it for a long time, it is really sad. I'm gonna be doing some Trim Healthy Mama sugar-free granola. So that's what those old-fashioned oats are for. Milk, I actually have another case of the small water bottles out in the garage because I'm bringing those to Journey's cross-country dinner on Monday. So I always feel like I need to defend the crap food that I have in my grocery hauls, but I have a select few recipes that call for this. So this will last like over a year because I only make it a couple times a year, but there you go. This tricked me actually. I thought this was Kerrygold butter, but it is not. It's like Aldi version of Kerrygold butter, so I'll let you know how it is. Non-fat Greek yogurt, that's for some Trim Healthy Mama recipes. Heavy whipping cream. I've talked to you before about my creamer. This is the pure creamer. It's basically cream and milk and sugar, and I know it's not Trim Healthy Mama approved, but I cannot do any other Trim Healthy Mama creamers. I think they're disgusting. So there you go. Half and half, fat-free half and half, unsweetened almond milk. Those are all for Trim Healthy Mama recipes. We got grapes. We love these little mini cucumbers. They're crunchy and delicious. We got garlic, onions, baby carrots, broccoli, lemons. I love lemon in my water, so I keep a jug of it in the refrigerator. They did not have the meat sticks, the turkey meat sticks that the kids like in their lunches, and so they like this too. But it's just kind of a nice little thing for lunches or snacks or whatever. These are strictly for lunches. Usually they pick whole fruit to bring in their lunch, but they like a few little treats just like everybody does. This is a treat to go with those frozen pretzels again because I want them out of my freezer because they're taking up a lot of room. So hopefully they will eat them quickly if they have the cheese sauce. This is like Aldi brand Rotel, a couple of recipes for that. Refried beans, Great Northern beans. This was not on my list, but I have never seen chili beans at Aldi before, so that was exciting. I got one of those. I've talked to you before, this is our all-time favorite sauce ever for chicken, and I'm always scared that they're gonna get rid of it, and so I pretty much get one every time I go, even though I already have some in the cupboard. Best stuff ever. Black beans, and then this is a seasonal item at Aldi, but I do have some recipes that I use pumpkin in, and so I like to pick up some pumpkin and keep it in the pantry. I have switched to these paper plates because they're cheaper and they're still heavy duty, so we like them. They work really well. So I saved a little bit of money on those. I always get heavy duty foil because I cannot stand the flimsy stuff, and this is way cheaper at Aldi. napkins. Here are the granola bars for the kids for their lunches. These taste just like the Nature Valley crunchy granola bars, exactly the same. Here are the kids' 1 box of crap cereal that they get for the month, and so when it's gone, it's gone. And I'm gonna tell you that Jericho runs out of his first, so then he complains the whole rest of the month. Apple cider vinegar with the mother, which is kind of funny. But there's a lot of Trim Healthy Mama drinks that call for this, and I've gotten used to it, but it puts a little bite into your drink, and it's really good for you, and I really enjoy it. And I will say, there is hardly any meat in this haul because our good friends bought a couple of hogs at the fair and then didn't have room in their freezer and just decided to share with us. So we have some awesome pig in the freezer, and I had some meat left over from last month too. So when something like that happens, I like to get some more fun stuff that I wouldn't normally get, that's not usually on the list. And so trying out some new dressing. I've never tried white wine vinegar before, but that was a special thing at Aldi, so thought I'd try it. Extra virgin olive oil, and I know that this is probably sacrilege in Michigan, but I'm trying to get Jericho off of regular syrup. I would rather he do maple syrup, and I got the stuff from Sam's Club, and it's really dark and almost tastes like coffee, and he does not like it. So I'm hoping this is a little bit not as strong a flavor and that he might be okay with that one. So we shall see. This is the yogurt that Jericho likes for some lunches, quick and easy lunches. Like I told you before, Sam's Club vanilla was astronomically expensive, so I got this. It's still pure vanilla. We like, this is pretty good lunch meat. We don't do a ton of lunch meat because my kids aren't really into sandwiches. But I like this big family pouch, and it comes in 2 separate pouches, so you can open them up, you know, one at a time, which works well for us since we don't go through it very quickly. Here is Jericho's favorite macaroni and cheese, the shaky cheese, dill pickle chips. These are just yummy and everybody likes them. Lots of chicken broth. I have a lot of recipes that call for chicken broth. Normally chicken broth is really expensive. This is super inexpensive. And I think it's $1 or under. Let me find it on my receipt here. $1.19 for 32 ounces. So you cannot get good chicken broth anywhere else for that price. So I love my Aldi chicken broth. Some spices, cumin and minced onion. These are just a fun treat for myself and for the kids. They're like windmeal cookies, but they're, well, if you can pronounce that word, no idea. But Aldi only has them like in the fall and winter, and so we like to get these once in a while. They are delicious with tea, so we'll do tea and have cookies. They didn't have like the regular flour tortillas for the kids, and so I got this kind. They might complain, I don't know, but we'll see. The only meat I had on my list really was chicken tenderloins, and they actually had the fresh kind this time, which Aldi hardly ever has the chicken tenderloins, the fresh. So I will probably use these in a recipe this week and just use them fresh because I prefer to do that rather than the frozen. The girls love these cheddar cheese rice snacks, and we have just discovered that Julia cannot have popcorn anymore, and so we're trying to come up with other treats, other snacks that are not popcorn. So that's one of them. Of course, I've shown you all the chips before. These corn chips taste exactly like Fritos. There's one recipe that calls for Fritos on top of a like a chili thing. And then these are for Jason because I think pork rinds are absolutely disgusting. But I thought I would get him something for Trim Healthy Mama, something crunchy and salty, since he and I won't be eating any of these chips. So there you go. That is my grocery haul for the month of October. I was pretty pleased. I got a lot of stuff. I stayed under budget. I have a lot of meat in the freezer, and so I will have a lot of money left over that I can put towards that clothing budget or numerous other things. But thanks for watching, and we'll catch you in the next video. See ya!